Yeah.
There we go. That's how we start the JLE brand around here with my music.
Oh my Lord.
That's the theme song. Man Talk, my first album, JLE Experience. Only music copyright. Don't mute nothing Facebook. This is another amazing show. Me are the best-selling author as well as JLE, and my amazing co-host Marte. We want to give it to you. Gotta get this information. Stuff going on. So you see at the bottom, we're recording, but it's gonna play tomorrow.
Happy holidays.
So you still got the chain on your Friday night.
Right.
Happy holidays. You got your crown, your water, Gatorade. Still 9:30. You're gonna have to be in the time. We're talking NBA free agency, and a lot's been going on. One of the big things that happened right near the draft was Kevin Durant was traded to the Rockets for Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. And there's even talks maybe Westbrook might go there. So they trying to try to win a title right now type team. See how that pans out. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I've been a fan of Dylan Brooks. I feel like Durant just keep getting shifted about every which way. So it's just like I never really had a chance to be a fan favorite of his. No shade, but just
his boy LeBron,
whatever. Anyhow, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I was able to dust off my Kobe jersey. I'm gonna have to get a new one. Lakerland starting to turn around. That's gonna be the last topic. Because I know I got someone that go to the Bible study on 7:00 on the team. She came out the closet, everybody.
Oh my God. Boy, bye.
Now Atlanta, they did some upgrades. They did a signing train with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They grabbed a few other pieces to go with ice trades they call Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
You think they might get to the conference finals this season coming up with they moves?
To be fair, I don't really understand what happened with the not the Falcons. What are the Hawks? Atlanta Hawks. I don't quite understand what happened because I felt like they were playoff contention team. They were, a good matchup, and then just all of a sudden they fell off. Like, I don't know what happened. Did they have injuries? Did people leave? Like, what happened?
I would have to say when they made that splash in the playoff recently, the thing just like the Super Bowl, once you make it and they see that, oh, y'all are that good, now they got film. So all the teams you're going to play, especially in the East, that know they're going to play you, they're going to go in that film room like, okay, so they like to run these sets. They like to be pick and roll, where the point guard might have the forward go near the rim and they drop it off to them while they got the defender in the middle. Or you're a kick-out team hitting the three-pointer or the jumper. So once they figure out what y'all did for y'all to be that good that year, they're going to find a way to defend it. Now, the question is, if y'all do that so well, it don't matter what they do.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That shouldn't matter, Lord.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But since they kind of made the playoffs, they was in the play-in scenario, people figured y'all out a little bit. So y'all got some more tuning, which is why they start grabbing more talent and see what that make a move. Now, Milwaukee been making some waves. They waived Dame Lillard, $113 million deal, but they agreed to pay it over 3 years. And if you don't know what the waiver is, it's releasing a player from current contract, allowing them to become a free agent. It frees up cap space. If no team picks up contract, player becomes unrestricted free agents. But they also can have the option where we still going to pay you the money, but get you off the books and reserve that space. Like they're going to do for the next 3 years, they're going to pay them that money.
But that's what I don't understand. If you still got to pay the damn money, I don't understand.
Well, it's like having an accounting scenario where you had it on the books and now it's off legally. But because NBA contracts are guaranteed, someone's going to have to eat that money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You still got to come out of the money.
But it won't affect your cap because legally through the contracts, collective bargaining, we've gotten rid of you. So his 113 million or whatever it was be like, let's say if 38 million of it was for this season towards the salary cap, it won't count because they got it off their books. So to all the county measures, that 38 million has been deducted, so they can go find 2 players for that amount they was going to pay him. But legally, they still going to give it to him, but they can stretch it out, so they ain't got to just give one lump sum money.
Okay.
Or if another team would have just picked it up and they paid it.
Okay.
And just like with a buyout, team and player have mutual agreement to terminate remaining years of a player's contract, allowing player to become a free agent. You have those scenarios. Now, there's been some talks with LeBron and some other people who might do that, but we'll do that one last. Detroit, they traded for forward Duncan Robinson from Miami. And they sent Simeon Fontecchio to them. So I guess they need outside shooting. And Duncan Robinson, in the finals he's been to, shown he can shoot that shot.
Okay, but here's what I want to understand.
Oh yeah, Malik. Gotta talk about Malik. Forgot about that.
Well, I felt like we finally had a team that was doing something. Now we changing stuff up. See, this is, I don't know how I feel about that one.
Well, you got to factor in when Trajan Landon took over to run the team and building the team that we have now, some player contracts might be coming up, like Malik Beasley. But now he's under league investigation because it looked like he may have been point shaming. You know, because I've seen on Marcellus Wiley show, he shows the video clips where, let's say if the point spread was 9 points, but it showed K throwing him a ball that he should have got, but maybe he purposely missed it on purpose, so that point spread will stay within that range. And let's say if he bet on himself, on how a lot of these DraftKings, everybody have different ways you can bet. If he stayed in with the parameters, he was making some money off of it. On his points, blocks, assists. So it might be a Pandora's box on how that would play out if other people been doing that. But now they went and had to replace him, his production. And they probably felt they needed an outside shooter. So, like when they should have beat New York, but you saw at the end they missing something, they might feel if they had Duncan Robinson, K could have kicked it out to him for the 3 or something. And that dude going to make it. Compared to, from what I saw, like he got to create everything and then dish it out. It's good to have that traditional point guard that do that, but you do need players that, they got me double. I can throw it to you because I know you're going to do something. We still get those points. So
well,
they make
always something, Lord.
Yeah. I mean, I expect that gambler with Malik Beasley.
Okay, and again, you in the league, you making buku money. Like, why? If that is true, if what is being alleged is true, okay, why? It's stupid.
What Tyrone Biggins said on Dave Chappelle's show, instead of saying crack, money is great.
It almost makes me feel like, okay, was this for your family and friends to be able to get on some type of way or something? Because again, it's like it can't be for you. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Now you have to factor in potentially. Let's say his Reese concert contract was at least 20 million. Then he might have to get like 40. Are you living under that 20 prior to this summer when he's gonna get a new deal, or you like some people? I make 150,000, so I'm living at 151,000. Because you start banning his houses, cars, and all that stuff is calculating like the type
adds up. It adds up before you know.
So if you work 20, but you spending more than 20, yeah, you might be bad. You might be. I need this point shave or something. Get this money up.
That's crazy.
And to us, it sounds weird. Like, okay, you good now,
right?
Be generationally, but money only bring out a lot of people say you are. So if deep down you want to be Ric Flair, lavish, The Rock, just champagne and caviar all day and night, and now you got the money to do it. If you ain't really got self-control, you about to ball till you fall. And you gonna fall hard because I just did your accounting and you had negative 10 million. What? Oh, the last 5 trips and the women and this and that. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that add up, bro. But I thought that ain't a 20 billion. That's 20 million.
That's
you
crazy.
can spend that quickly if you ain't thinking right. Now, Denver, they have added a center for depth and Jonas Valanciunas.
These names, oh my Lord.
I think he was the dude that was playing with Orlando when they made the playoffs with Aaron Gordon a few years ago. Could be wrong. And then they traded for Michael Porter Jr. for center Dario Saric. No, my bad. They traded for Jonas to get rid of Dario Saric to Miami. Then they traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cameron Johnson to Brooklyn. But he played with Phoenix and was able to, when they went to the finals, so he created his own shot. Because one thing that Denver had when they won the title, they had depth. Players that could check, just like Golden State.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And what happened, though? What happened in Denver?
When you win that title, are you going to pay me? Well, I got a title now, and I averaged 15 in the finals. That says the market value went from 40 to 60 million now. Man, I ain't you come off the bench. I ain't paying you 60 million. Oh, no way. Atlanta will. And teams like, well, go ahead. But do you have a system where we know we need a draft of similar type player like him? So you go ahead. I'll find your replacement. That's where now these GMs really got to do their jobs. Because you didn't really replace the talent them players had when you want to pay them. And we thought, wow, they lost to go to OKC game 7 of the second round. Because your depth ain't what it used to be. So now they trying to replenish so they can compete back for a title. And a lot of moves so far the NBA free agency has shown everybody trying to copy what OKC did. They had at least 2 centers and a lot of depth. So they really trying to go that route to be like, okay, we're going to be our own version of it, which every team can do. You can't be Golden State, which has been the last 10 years of the league, and it sucked because y'all don't have shooters like that. But you can get some big men, some forwards, some guards, whatever your system, and have a shot. So a lot of people are doing that now. Then OKC traded Dylan Jones for Kobe Jones to the Wizards. So I guess probably maybe a little more athletic guard. Now the shocker trade to me was Cleveland. They got Lonzo Ball for forward Isaac Okoro and trade with Chicago.
So that's where Alonzo Ball was at, Chicago.
Yeah, he first got drafted by the Lakers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was like ever since he left the Lakers, it was just like.
Yeah, because he's been hurt a few times over there.
Okay, because I'm like, that name ain't even resonated in a while.
Yeah. If he's healthy and he's a point guard, that might help them. They probably could have won more games when they lost in that second round.
Well, where the other Ball brothers at?
The youngest, and LiAngelo.
Yeah, is it Charlotte or something?
Yeah, he has Charlotte.
Okay.
I believe the second oldest, Angelo, was playing somewhere for a minute. I think he played with Charlotte for a minute, Detroit for other teams. I'm not sure if he's still in the league, but his daddy did get all 3 of them in the NBA.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now, if that man ain't did nothing right, he did that right. But let me tell you something. I do also believe, though, that he was part of some of their downfall, though. A lot of people didn't really want to be bothered because of the daddy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean.
They had to tell him, go on and sit down. Stop trying to be in the spotlight, boo. You had your chance to die.
Fame got to him a little bit. He later admitted that, like.
He just pop. Don't nobody want to hear that all the time.
He has shown that the Bible say tongue breathes life and death. What you say shall come to pass. And all that dude kept saying, man, all 3 of my boys gonna be in the league. They're gonna be good financially, this and that. They can play. And when you look down and play, like, he didn't really lie. They can't play. I get you had to sell them yourself, but then you kept overselling.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's okay to get them there. You said they
Right.
better than bread, then fall back and just
You fall
reap
back,
the
go
benefits.
fall back.
You know, everybody will say, "Dang, this dude, he spoke down to existence, and damn, the boys really, he taught the boys
Yeah, I
can
mean,
play."
I do. Like
You
I
did
said,
that, bro.
I give them credit for that part. But it's just like,
Yeah,
okay, at some
no
point,
doubt. Shout out to
just
their dad.
yeah, just be
Shout
the
out to
daddy.
LeVar for that, because it's a great example. There are some black brothers out here handling their business and fatherhood.
Well, yeah,
Some say, I ain't no example, LeVar Ball.
yeah.
Because that's the first. You got more players coming in with their kids, but all his kids made the league, which is dope as hell. Now, get to the fun story. So I already know. Bible study at 7.
Here we go.
Make sure you get there.
Here
I
we go.
saw on the Dreamers Pro show on YouTube where he showed, and I went to YouTube on Instagram and checked Yahoo Sports myself, and there's a story that Dallas would be willing to acquire LeBron on a buyout because he opted in to the 52.6 old for next season. And then when he made the comments through his teammate or agent, Clutch Sports, well, we understand the situation, everything, but we be watching carefully the moves, championship type moves the Lakers going to make. Even though you ran your mouth about you don't care about ring, coach, but just shows you a walking contradiction. But anyway, and the new owner, and I brought my man Dan Mark Walter, Dodgers majority owner, has pretty much let it be known. Negro, you are 40 years old, no defense. People that told me you ran this team to the ground because everybody catered to you. Your son here, your
Wait, who said
homeboy from the
this? Wait,
podcast.
who said this? Let's back up.
Through
Who
the
said this?
actions of what the Lakers are doing are saying the days of whatever LeBron wants, we're gonna run and do are done. Because every time LeBron would have his homeboy Rich throw that out there, oh, Lakers just did this, Lakers just did that. Like, now they need a center, so they did go sign 2 years DeAndre Ayton. He played with Phoenix when they lost to Milwaukee and Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good pickup, but they're more focused on the talent that Dallas had for Luka because he don't play defense, but he had a lot of bigs that could defend, rebound, get the lobs. He luckily have a Kyrie that could create his own shot, so he had an insulated system to where it could over and protect him not playing defense. Now he has been losing weight.
He in his 40s. He shouldn't have to play goddamn both.
No, you got to play defense. You the face of the.
That's what you get them little young Timberlands for. Let them do all of that.
Let's do the Matumbo. No. You don't get to sit up here and run your mouth like, well, I'm still the face of the league. It's all about me. Well, you still got to do both sides of the court, home skillet.
He in his 40s. He said, ain't none of y'all did that. So
and then you took all the money.
He said, sit on down. Y'all ain't did what I did. Sit down.
So you sat up here, took all the money, and through the moves of the new ownership, like, for the people, because I wrote this down to be a good journalist, the luxury tax, the salary cap for the next season is $154,000,647,000.
Damn.
The luxury tax threshold you will pay is $187,000,895. Now, they have a first and second apron of you going over it, and these what these are. The first one is $195,945 million. The second max one is $207,824 million. Now, right now, the Lakers are at 67 for the million for the cap space. Decent money, but they're trying to get to 100 to where they could probably say next summer grab 2 people. Because right now, Boston has 107 million cap space, and Golden State has 111 million.
Them numbers sound crazy.
Yeah, but see, when you have like 100 million in cap space, you can go get, let's say, a Tatum and Brown, for example, because you can eat their money for that year, so you can cover it. Now, if it was, because this what Golden State did when they had that 5-year run to the finals, they won 4, lost 2. Oh no, they had more. Yeah, they won 4, they lost to them, so they went 6 times. and lost 2. But the owner didn't mind paying what 200 plus million luxury tax because they built $1 billion building in San Francisco because of it. So winning titles, the money went up for them. But this new owner is looking at, okay, let's say they did a financial audit. We even talked to the people within this organization, and y'all attempts to appease this one player and all the money, all the coaches y'all let go that y'all still paying, you ain't won nothing but a bubble title. So we need, and then we got this new young player who don't play defense like the one we got this old. We need to build around. And you just took all the money with the 52.6 option. You could have took lower, but you
okay. First of all, whose fault was it that they got the newer player who feel like he don't want to play defense? Who fault is that?
Or they tried to get Luka to try to make a run.
Okay, well,
but everybody knew he didn't really play defense, but he went to the finals last year. So he was fat, drinking beers, out of shape. He bought his ass off. So like, well, he did that fat, and then I fat shame no one. Anybody want to say that?
Okay, because
you
I'm
saw
trying
him on the
to
damn
hold
screen.
it in.
You saw it on the screen. He's gotten better shape. Mm-hmm. So they might want to do more of a Showtime, running gun type style offense where he can get a little more defense because Steph Curry wasn't the best defender, but he put more effort in. So they can get Luka to buy into that, at least stay with your man. That frees up a lot because we don't need all y'all got to cover his man and y'all man because he don't play defense. So they looking to build players for that. And Brian, I was watching yesterday, Brian Windhorst had mentioned that from people he talked to within the organization, they're looking at LeBron contract as an expiring contract. Now, when they look at you as an expiring contract, you just here for one more year. You off the books. We're no longer investing into pleasing you. We got this younger player in Luka who got 10 more years to be in this program. We need to rebuild the Dallas team he took to the finals with LA. So you posting about, man, they need to be, I'm trying to do this and that. Like, put your foot in your mouth with that ring coach comment. Because right now, a lot of teams don't want to be bothered with them. So they put fillers out. This ain't me hating LeBron Knights. This is factual stuff I've been researching. I can show you my media. I'm media, legit. Because I know I don't want you to go to your Bible study, but JLE always dissing LeBron ain't got no. These are facts.
Does he do?
These are facts.
PSA, he do.
No, these are facts. So they done the fillers, and because he took that $52.6 million, no team wants to put that on their cap. Now, if you get bought out, we can do a different deal. Cool. And that's what the Dallas Mavericks have put out. Like, well, you shipped Anthony Davis over there. I later just recently learned that he tried to get rid of Kyrie, but he was at Cleveland for Eric Gordon. That's why Kyrie didn't want to play with him no more. Hey, you want to come over here? So you going to apologize to these cats? Or y'all just going to slap each other and get that out y'all's system?
Because I'm like, how does that look? Right, because I was going to let you get it all out, but my question was going to be, well, how does that look, him going back to play with these same men that was already over there at the Lakers? Like, I don't know.
And they just drafted Cooper Flag, saying like, well, if they did get LeBron, he come off the bench, he learned from all his people. Even if they say they did that, don't get it twisted. They got a hometown discount from Adam Silver to get the #1 pick for getting rid of Luka, and they get Cooper Flag. That is the franchise player. He just got a hell of a situation. He got a lot of veterans he can learn from and might get a title while he's still learning the NBA game.
I feel like he will. I'm telling you, I like him.
He can ball.
First of all, I'm not even
dirt,
a Duke fan. Okay,
let's
be very clear. And I found myself rooting for that team every time that man was on the floor. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's new dirt.
I like him.
And no one's really told LeBron no, so it do seem like they trying to figure something out because they had a conversation with Maverick or just to actually keep showing like whatever you had on Jenny, that's dead, bro. This ain't LeBron land. This is Laker land. and we need to win. We see all these other people ain't done nothing, just racking up championships. OKC ain't never won nothing since they left Seattle, and they drinking championship champagne. And we sitting here, we couldn't beat Minnesota. We got what 5-1. They was losing game one. They lost game one to Golden State until Steph got hurt. Beat them. So if they played Golden State, maybe Lakers beat them, but y'all got embarrassed by Ant-Man, as they call him. 4-1. Wasn't even a series. Which really shows, okay, we got this ain't enough because y'all only won one game. I can see if it was competitive, y'all lost 4-2, 4-3. Y'all won one game and they ran y'all 4 games straight. Oh no, this ain't. We gotta fix this. So in fixing it, why they say expiring contract? Well, we still got LeBron, yeah, but he gotta go. We got the young guy. We gotta figure out to do what Dallas did and do that here, so he can have the environment for him to get us to a finals. And that's where they at. Now more stuff might come out that how LeBron feel about this, because I'm pretty sure the moment people saw he had God's gift to be playing basketball, everybody washed his feet and his hands. You do no wrong. You're amazing.
Oh my
no
God.
is not a word he probably hears. And now he's hearing it. I'm pretty sure it was a shock to the system that even though he's averaging 25, 8 and 8, which is a hell of a feat to be 40 years old, you're still 40 years old.
I mean, he is, but at the end of the day, I just want him to retire so that haters like you can stop talking. I mean, he didn't got every category of.
See, that's what I'm talking
hitting
about.
The record, boom. He didn't got it. It's like just sit on down. Just sit on down.
Nothing but information.
What's that?
Research.
I feel like
and
if
I'm
he
a
just
hater.
go ahead and bow out and retire and just collect his check, and people like y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'm just saying.
But see, that's a problem for your boy. Because you notice once he was gone from the playoffs, Stephen A. Now, who they love to, we got to say something about LeBron. One time they went on with this series in the playoffs. No one talked about him. It showed the NBA will keep moving like it did when Jordan told you. The gang going to keep moving when I'm here or not. Kobe left. Gang is always going to be great talent. The gang going to keep moving forward. But in LeBron world, it stopped with me. He's like Killmonger. No, burn all the herbs so there'll be another Black Panther. I'm the last.
Here we go. LeBron, go on and retire, boo, so that Jeff and all his cronies can just stop.
Ain't no crony, it's facts.
Whatever.
This dude had to speak on ring culture. We got nothing to do with him during the finals. Now, I've said on this show, I give him the benefit of the doubt. Either Adam Silver said, hey, man, the ratings are down. I need you talking about basketball. Going out there and put a job out there for your boy. Maybe he looked out there to solid. I've said that. But if that's not the case, we didn't need to care what you think about basketball. You're not playing in the finals. So if it ain't the Adam Silver deal, you have an issue with it. They're not talking about me. You're not in the finals. Why would they? And people did enjoy the series. But globally, the ratings were down because, like, okay, see, Indiana, yeah. But they were competitive. Like I told you, like, hey, don't sleep. Fourth quarter, it's like they get their energy pack. They come to play harder. Mm-hmm. Good basketball. So that's going to be a shock to the system. Like, yeah, you had your run for 10 years. Now we move to the next person. And that's going to be a hard sell for your man. But the Bible study at 7 o'clock.
Whatever. I think he'd be just fine. I'm not even listening to what Jeff's talking about, Lord. He just loves LeBron.
And when you see those
LeBron, Lord.
So when you see the passive aggressive tweets, is that fake news?
Let me tell you something. LeBron know that ain't nobody been in the league as long as he been in, and so therefore he didn't accomplish enough.
Whoa! What are you talking about? Hakeem.
How long Hakeem was?
Not
Elijah
Hakeem, my bad. Not Elijah Wan.
Okay.
The ring. He did 20 years. What are you talking about?
Okay, but how long had LeBron been in? Because he was 18.
20 years now.
No, it's beyond that now.
No,
We're beyond 20. We're beyond 20.
So we're going to 21.
No, we should be at like 24.
No, he came to the league 03-04 season.
He was 18. If I'm
he came out 03-04.
If I'm 43, he got to be like 42.
Look it up. Look it up on camera.
Okay, let me look at that.
How many years LeBron been in the league?
Okay, let's look.
Did you think it's 25 years?
I swear he been in here.
That means he would have come out in 2000.
Hold on. Let me see. LeBron James career.
No, just say years in the league.
22nd season.
Okay. 22nd.
Okay. So ain't nobody did it like him.
It ain't no
we should
25.
Just be able to go on and retire so that people quit hating on his name.
It ain't 25.
It don't matter. You act like ain't nobody somebody else was better than him. So you always trying to compare and contrast. Why?
You said no one did 20-some years. I said Kareem. They lost to us in 88.
Okay, but did Kareem do 22? Okay.
That is the foundation of a LeBron fan.
That's all I'm saying.
You give a fact, but he ain't do this.
That's all I'm trying to say.
2022, what's the difference?
Okay, but can I ask you a question?
You sit here.
Hold on. Sure. Can I ask you a question? Didn't LeBron?
I'm on my mama mentality with my Kobe on.
Didn't LeBron break Kareem's record?
Yeah.
Okay, so right there, we don't even need to talk about Kareem. I wouldn't even care if it was 19 years LeBron was in the.
But did he though? If you want to go and be analytical nerd about it,
here we go.
He came out of high school.
It's always the but. Hold on. Y'all see that? I want everybody to pay attention to that. Every time
to
you
break
say
the record.
a fact about LeBron, he
just like T-Mac, just like Kobe.
It was that. It was
all those high schoolers had at least 4 extra years to add to their stats.
Boy, bye.
So are we really saying that honestly? That he broke it? He had 4 more years.
Here we go.
Which why he's at 22 years in the league now.
Here we go.
No, these are actual analytical people that will argue this. Real talk.
Here we go.
And you look at him like, well, it really don't matter. He broke. Like, yeah, but they had to go to college for 3 years. Like people debate with Jordan.
Now you know. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Came out of college.
But guess what? Did they get drafted out of high school? Because when they was in the league, they could have got drafted out of high school too.
I think they reopened it by the time Kevin Garnett.
Now he had it wasn't open for Jordan and Kareem and them to come out of high school too. No, but I tell you what, they didn't have either. They didn't have people sponsoring them and making all kinds of millions before he even came in the league like LeBron did. Okay, so maybe they just weren't good enough at a high school level, and they had to go to college for 2 to 3 years, learn how to be a basketball player to come into the league. How about that? Now,
if owner was not drafting high school players after they did it for a hot second.
Here we go.
And this is the only pipeline you have.
Here we go.
That's what every player did. It wasn't until Kevin Garnett was good enough to go pro, and they looked to see what he would do if anyone else would have a chance. And he was good. And we got T-Mac, Dwight Howard, Amari Stoudemire, Kobe, LeBron, a few other people.
Again.
And what happened?
LeBron was drafted out of high school because he was that good to be drafted out of high school. He didn't have to go to college to prove that he was ready for the league, okay?
But hold on.
Like your people.
Because 02 or 04, somewhere around there was the height where they drafted like 20-some people out of high school. And they ain't really drafted high schoolers since. They started drafting overseas. So there are moments in time where, okay, we're going to run with it then. All right, we had our field. You better go to college or overseas.
But guess what? What was the point of making that statement? My statement was he was good enough. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about LeBron James. He was good enough to come out of high school and is still in the league on his 22nd season.
Well, I got my phone off, so no one called me. Check on your phone. Be so kind. Could Jordan have went straight to the pros when he came.
I don't care what he could have, should have,
No,
would have
no.
done.
Research
I don't care
real
what he
quick.
could have, should have, would have done. Did he?
Research real quick.
Did he though? Did he?
That's why I want you to research.
I don't want to research it because the bottom line is he didn't come straight out of high school. So I don't care what he could have, should have, would have did.
The question is, could he have done
out.
it? That's the question.
No, it don't matter. See, that's
it
what I'm saying.
Matter.
You can't just let his legacy be his without trying to compare and contrast what these other folks could have, should have, would have did.
If he couldn't come out of high school like he did, the argument has merit that he couldn't do the same thing.
Boy,
that's what I'm asking you to check for it.
Let me tell you something, Jeff. I feel like they didn't enforce that. No, at least 1 year of college, and to that,
the only person
year
that
came out about
was Moses Malone. That was it.
Okay, and
nobody else came out until
that's what they chose to do, but they didn't close it down like they did when they finally did it.
If it wasn't the norm that the teams wasn't going to do it, why would you try to go pro then?
Okay, wait a minute. I'm about to go ahead and pull. Okay, now when I pull it up, then what you got to say? When I pull it up, then what? If it says
you're right,
if it says Michael Jordan could have came drafted out of high school, then what? What's your argument?
You're right. That's what I would say.
And then we can move on. Let me look at that. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was Jordan, wait, let me put, was
able to come out of high school.
Able to be drafted out of high school. Okay, so he wasn't drafted out of high school. We know that. He played college basketball, blah, 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 blah. He was a third overall pick in his year's draft. Okay, we know that. But it didn't say. It don't say.
Then could he have came out of high school?
Could he? Okay, let's type this since Jeff still don't want to get the clue. Okay, could Michael Jordan have been drafted
out of high school?
Out of high school. It say the NBA implemented the rule in 2005. It says no. Michael Jordan could not have been drafted directly out of high school. The NBA implemented a rule in 2005. That was far beyond his years of play.
So from your point of he was just that good to come out, he had the opportunity to come out. He was that good. You just read Jordan couldn't come out of high school.
It says he could not come out because he did not. It didn't say, Jeff. It says the league implemented a rule in Jeff. It says the league implemented a rule in 2005. When did Jordan get drafted? In 84. So he could have, but he did not.
But it said no, he couldn't. That's what you just read.
That's what this AI shit said.
So
right
the AI is pulling the information that
you doing too much. You doing too much.
No,
the bottom line is they did not. Hold on. They did not implement a rule until 20 fucking years after the man had already played and retired, which means that it was on the table. If any GM wanted to recruit him out of high school, they could have. Like, what are you doing?
But
here we go. It's a but every time.
Because you looked that up and it said no, that is saying what they were doing ownership wise, they were not drafting you out of high school.
Oh my God.
So if they were not going to draft you out of high school at that time period, and they weren't going to let you come out in the freshman, or you had to do sophomore, junior to come out early.
That wasn't the rule. That wasn't the rule.
But it was unspoken.
It don't matter. It was not. It was not impossible. It was not impossible.
If the owners are not going to draft you straight out of high school, you're going to have to go to college.
Jeff.
Even though it ain't a rule.
It wasn't a rule until 2005. The man was
the owners enforced a rule, though.
It does not matter.
It does matter.
He was that good.
It does
he should have been drafted out of high school, too.
But
that's my point. That's my point.
This the owners league, though.
It don't matter.
If they are not getting you out of high school, you're going to have to go to college.
Well, again, LeBron didn't have to go to college. That was my point.
Because it changed because of Kevin Garnett.
It changed. But the rule didn't get implemented until 2005. So I don't even know why we focusing on the man from 84. I don't know.
Because you weren't looking at the business aspect of this.
I don't.
After Kevin Garnett, ownership said,
LeBron,
take players
LeBron,
in high school.
I want you to retire so that Jeff can shut up. So he could just stop trying to compare
I'm speaking facts.
all these old geezers.
I get you go to the church of LeBron. I understand. You're very passionate for him. I get it.
His flowers, Jeff. And
I always give his flowers. I always give his flowers. I always give his flowers. Every time we talk about LeBron, my disclaimer: one of God's greatest talents, humanitarian.
You just being politically correct when you say that.
No.
You ain't genuine. You don't mean it.
I never said he's not one of God's greatest players.
Here we go.
I never not say that.
And he got to be condescending with it. Ooh.
How am I being condescending saying he's one of God's greatest players?
Jeff, I just want
How's
LeBron.
that condescending?
Hold on. Jeff, I just want LeBron to somehow get a hold of you and ask you, what's your problem with me? Like, what did I do to you? What have I done to you?
You came to my team with your melodrama behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, okay. So that's the deep-seated issue. Okay, so let me ask this question.
I've been told you that's the issue with LeBron.
Okay.
I've been told you that.
You probably did. Okay, but here's my question.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Before LeBron came to the Lakers, was you this type of hater?
Yeah. I've never been a LeBron fan.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with the Lakers.
Shown I have the leverage and I'm going to let everybody in mama know. Okay, bro, I get it. You got it. You can take your microphone and put it down. No. They need to know some more. Like, oh my goodness, it's insufferable. Okay. And that's what he is. He's insufferable. We know you got the leverage, and he wants everybody in mama to know about it every second of the day. That's what I don't like about him. He's a tremendous basketball talent. I tell him that to his face. But you're insufferable because we know you got the leverage, and you want us to keep knowing you got it.
Like, okay, but let's see.
Why do you feel the need you got to keep getting your microphone? Y'all know in the face of the league, right? Y'all know, like, we know that, bro. You said it once. I need to say it 10 more times. Why?
Well,
you don't feel validated or something?
A part of me wants specifics, but the other part of me, like, I don't even want it. Like, you gonna find a reason.
I'm telling you the truth.
It's real sad.
Question, and I'm telling you,
it's real sad.
I don't like LeBron.
I just want America to know that I've never been a LeBron fan until this show. I swear to God. Into this show, I was not this type of LeBron fan. So but you like a player so bad, I have to say something.
So you like a player to throw their weight around. That's type of player you like.
I mean,
it destroyed my team.
But Jeff,
because of it, that's what you like. You don't like it about winning.
Okay, but let me ask you a question: Is all of the greats not divas though? Are you saying LeBron is the only diva
that keep throwing his weight around? I'm pretty sure.
Well, how he throwing his weight that keeps doing it? Like, what you mean? God. Before the Lakers, give me an example. Before the Lakers, come on. Okay. Give me 3 examples.
Okay. He went to Miami, correct? Okay. Mm-hmm. He wasn't there a full season. I don't want to play for Spoelstra. He even bumped him during the timeout. And you had was about to jump on him, then they grabbed him like, dude, what the hell is your problem? Because he didn't agree with something Spoelstra said in the huddle. And when he went to Pat Riley, he told him to shut the fuck up and go play. I picked him. I'm not coming back down there again. That's the coach. Now, if he was with Cleveland, because Dan Gilbert, oh, I need him here. I'll do whatever you want. He did everything he wanted. He left, and that's why he started speaking so bad. Whatever you asked, I did, and you ain't gonna tell me you're gonna leave. You're gonna get on TV and do this shit.
Wait, when he left Miami to go back to Cleveland?
No, when he left Cleveland the first time. He never told Dan Gilbert, I'm leaving. When he did that sham interview, I'm giving money to the boys and girls, you could have cut them check whatever you wanted. You want a big hoopla like you going to college, because he never went. Let the world know where you going.
Oh, my Lord.
And that's when the owner found out, hey, have you talked to Maverick? I ain't heard nothing. I sent the message, is LeBron going to resign? What he going to do? He wanted this coach. We trying to get Coach Izzo, because he threw out there, well, we want man playing for him. All these things that he was throwing out there. And Gilbert was sending his Gophers. LeBron wanted, go try to get it. Go try to get it. And all the damn while he's sitting up here okay, Jim Gray, we're gonna have this thing at 8 o'clock or whenever. All the camera people, and they're like, boss, he's on TV now saying he's going to Miami. I'm pretty sure he said, what the fuck you mean? No, he said he won't coach Izzo. I've been talking to him to get a deal. He want these type players. I've been doing all these moves, and this motherfucker on TV cut TV on. Wow. That's what we doing.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate here. Okay.
And this is literally what happened. This
okay.
Dan Gilbert
and I'm not about to even dispute that. I'm not about to dispute that. But here's what I want to ask you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
If you got people like Dan Gilbert, the people I can't even remember the name of who was the previous owner's name again? They was there for a long time. Then the daughters.
I can't remember what that was. I had to look that up. I forgot what that was.
Okay, I'm talking about the Lakers, the people that just left.
Oh, Jenny Buss.
The
Buss family.
Okay, boom. So you got somebody like Dan Gilbert. You got the Buss family catering to him. I'm sure it was some catering done in Miami as well. What is that telling you? Maybe they recognize that this is a great player, and why not make the greatest player happy? I mean, why not? I mean, I don't know.
The NBA is a players' league.
I mean, it is, but can we not?
So they do that.
Can we not act like that? Certain players get favoritism. Can we not act like that?
Oh no, that's I'm with you. That's fact.
It's reality. Okay.
All the star players get special
treatment. Okay. Absolutely. So why?
But you can overdo it.
Oh, so now LeBron is the only one that overdo it.
Yeah, so far what we know that people have spoken on.
Oh.
If Jordan did it, they never said nothing.
No.
When he played. If Kobe did it, the most Kobe ever did, and people try to get him flack for when he requested a trade to Chicago in 2007. And at this time, Jim Buss was in charge. Mm-hmm. They drafted Andrew Bynum from high school. Kobe wanted Jason Kidd when he was available. They said, no, we got Andrew Bynum. And Kobe told the reporters when he wanted to leave, you keep telling me you don't want to get Jason Kidd, one of the best point guards still in the league at the time. But I got this high schooler, Andrew Bynum, that's a beast. But y'all asses ain't playing him so he can help me win. Why the fuck I'm stay here? And after he told the meeting that, Jim Buss dumbass and them started putting Bynum in the game. Because he had a point. I'm trying to get Jason Kidd. He's proven winner. We can do ABC. No, we got him. Why he on the court then, bro? He's asking for help to win. So whatever diva stuff Kobe might have, it was all about he's trying to get more rings to Jordan. We can tolerate that. But a lot of stuff that LeBron has done that has come out, that's more for you. It ain't about winning. What did Eric Spoelstra say to you for you just in less than being there a year? Oh, I'm done with this guy. Give me somebody else. You did that with Mike Brown at Cleveland. They got you the other guy. Then they brought you Tyronn Lue, who was the first coach. Tell him shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. I'm the coach of the player. Mm-hmm. And they be like, ooh. Well, LeBron may respect him. Well, he got a title, so you saw him win with Shaq and Kobe. So he know a little something about basketball because he won just recently. But he had no respect for Mike Brown. Even that white dude they got, I forgot his name. He had no respect for him either. Even though they were having winning records. Mm-hmm. I want them out of here. That's the issue that even, let's say it play out and LeBron leads this all across the world. LeBron is with Dallas. Brian Windhorst, who follows him around like a puppy, will start, because he's starting to say more stuff now that when you deal with LeBron, you got to deal with the extra. Everybody knows Steve Nash and them, but they don't talk about it. Well, what's the extra? Well, you got to be able to give in to the whims of LeBron, whatever that is.
Okay.
And Pat Riley did for a point, except with the coach. And I guess when he started getting to doing too much, which it might be that one incident that they reported, his mom got into a situation in Miami. And I guess he thought like Dan Gilbert, because we later learned she was getting into a lot of stuff out there in Cleveland. They'll go take care of, pay people off, keep it out of the press, out of whatever. Pat Riley don't do that. He old school. Your mom is your business. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna, bro. We ain't Dan Gilbert. We watched how he did everything for because we called the man, and you left him without even telling him he was leaving, which in business is not good business.
No, it's not.
At least text me. Oh, I'm okay, cool. I should have found out on TV. And like, wait a minute. And I'm pretty sure he gave the laundry list of everything LeBron wanted. He did. Like, you did all that for the hometown kid, and he still didn't give you a text from Maverick that he leaving? No. Oh, you cutthroat. Okay, cool. I know how to deal with you.
Well,
and that's how Riley dealt with him to where he wanted to leave.
Well, here's what I got to say about this. And I know that NBA is one league, NFL is another league. But that's just like when Brady told Kraft he done with old boy. Okay, Belichick. He said, I'm done. Okay, I need somebody else. I can't do it. I don't want to leave. I can't work with him no more. And what did they do? They released Tom and kept Belichick, and we ain't heard shit else about the Patriots since. Okay.
Yeah, but
hold on. I say all of that to say this. And then Brady took his ass over there to the Buccaneers and won him a fucking championship first year. Now, granted, he took Rob ass with him, but it don't matter.
There you go. He took all the favors with him.
Hold on. At the end of the day,
he took the Avengers with him.
Because them just two motherfucking people. At the end of the day, your star player should be able to say, listen, I can't XYZ with this person. Like, we got to figure something out. Yes, okay. I mean, what good is the open door policy if the star player can't come in and state his grievances and try to figure out what is we gonna do?
Now let's look at it from my management degree business side.
Here we go.
He's a player, right?
Mm-hmm. He's a star player.
He's been one of the greatest ever because he still played good until 45, which never happened. Quarterbacks start breaking down by 38. He got to 45 and he left. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Get a man his props.
Okay.
But a coach can damn the coach till he's 75.
It don't matter. He ain't on that goddamn field. He ain't on that field.
In business, Tom, I feel you, but you're gonna be out the league soon. I still got a team to run.
Guess what?
I can find another good quarterback.
Oh, and did they? Because what did Mac do? Not a goddamn thing. Nah. Well, they should have listened to their star player when he said, I've had enough.
In football, they're never going to do that because a coach can coach from that sideline till he's 70-something.
Well, guess
Players going to come and go.
Well, guess what? Belichick ain't did a goddamn thing, and they probably forced his ass into retirement. Do you understand?
Well, now he's in college coaching now.
Well, good. Go to college.
But with the younger, and probably people got tired of hearing this message, so they got the new guy. They might figure it out in another year or two.
Let's hope they
do. Most owners would even tell you that. Even some players that's on ESPN would tell you, like, no, I get from the union side as a player, but once you start business, a coach can coach to 70 in football. Listen, but you only got such a short period as a player, and there's players coming out every year.
Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say about that, Jeff. When they seen Tom go over there and win his first year with the Buccaneers, what they should have did, and when I mean they, I mean Kraft. Okay, what he should have did was called up Tom and said, "I'm sorry. If I get rid of Belichick, will you bring your ass back?" And I promise you, Tom would have retired after that second year. I promise you, he would have been another LeBron in the NFL until he felt like goddamn retiring. And that's all I'm saying.
Because Belichick already tried to get rid of him a year prior, and he went to Daddy Kraft, and Kraft did this. No, Bill. I've been getting rid of players before they burn out all the time. You ain't never grabbed my hand saying no.
And what does that? But yeah.
Tom, your homeboy. So
but what does that tell you, though?
The team now.
But what does that tell you? Again, he was smart enough to know not to just cut no man like Tom. But you gonna let Tom come to you and tell you he can't take this motherfucker who been wanted to get rid of his ass, and you gonna keep him like he the one on the field?
You wanna know what? I'm willing to bet the reason why we saw Belichick ran everything football wise. Let me remind you, home Skillet, in this writing, this contract says, I do the best football shit, you sit your ass in that spot. You broke that by stopping my hand from getting rid of Tom. That's your only chance doing. I'm going to sue your ass. Mm. You breaching contract. Yeah. Damn, you're right. I let my personal relationship get involved. So when Tom probably went again, like, bro, I already showed love about breaching contract. If I'm believing that's what happened to stop him the first time.
Jeff,
because he ain't do it, he would have kept doing it.
Theories. You coming up with your conspiracy
theories.
Think
about it. He would. Robert Kraft has never said nothing, and most of the players he got rid of who still could play were Hall of Fame talent. So I'm like,
Brady,
one day he's
they want Tom Brady.
I've been
and again, when your star player is telling you after playing with somebody for these last few seasons, okay, I'm done. I can't do this with him.
Even Skip Bayless once said, like, well, he's doing everything. He's gonna do it time. Man, no, you crazy, Skip. He never he's been doing it to all of their players. Tom is not exempt. No, man, he the quarterback. He run that team like everybody's interchangeable.
Listen, not Tom.
And that's the one time
you can interchange everybody else, but not no Tom Brady. Nah.
So I have to assume the reason when Tom went the second time and he didn't block it, it got run the team. Because remember, he drafted him, he signed him, he coached him. He was the entire football operation. That got to be in writing.
And at the end of the day,
Kraft should have stopped a lot of his defensive
something happened. The reason why Belichick even went there the year before and told him he wanted to get rid of Tom. Something happened. We don't know about it. Okay. Something happened. But at the end of the day, guess what? Tom didn't forget that shit. And he said, you know what? I'm done with him. And Kraft picked the wrong goddamn person. And we ain't been talking about the Patriots ever since. I'm just saying.
Before he left, Tom started showing, okay, you are getting older. You still had 30-something. You had 45-something touchdowns. So to Bill, okay, he's starting to slip. Let me get rid of him before he really slipped.
Here we go.
That's been his pattern.
Here we go.
Even though the player goes will play 2 more years. But to him, you was here. I don't want you here. You already dropped. Let's get rid of him. So he did that with Tom. Even though Tom had another 2 years. One title. But that has been Belichick MO. If you was a great talent, no matter who you were, once you start showing you starting to slip because of old age, wear and tear, I'm getting rid of you. And I'm like, damn, dude, Willie McGinnis still can play. So-and-so. Nah, you got to go. Got to restock. He just ain't been restocked.
And you know what? And shout out to Willie McGinnis because I love me some Willie McGinnis. But at the end of the day, he wasn't no goddamn Tom Brady either. I'm just saying, you got to be mindful of who those star players are. And I'm sorry, not just the NBA people cater to LeBron. I'm sure the fucking world caters to that motherfucker. So at the end of the day, it's a reason. It's a reason. That's all I'm saying.
But that's how Belichick ran it. Everybody was dispensable. No. Well, I mean, even look at Dwayne Wade. Let's go back to man. Look at Dwayne Wade. Mm-hmm. He took hometown discounts because he was shot. LeBron didn't want to come play there. He was looking to go on the podcast. He just said he was going to try to go to Cleveland. But they came there. After LeBron them left, his contract up. Well, you know, I'm this Wade County, baby. I brought my body down for the team. I mean, Kobe been getting, $25 million the last 2 years. This deal, let me get that Kobe deal. And Pat Riley. Nah, I can't do that. But but you can't do that. And he played with Chicago. He only came back so he could retire as Miami. I'm pretty sure the owner man said, nah, dude, you can't do that D-Wade, man. He doesn't look right playing Chicago. But Pat Riley old school. Nah, dude. I mean, we got love and talent for you, but once we get to this point, we reach, okay, got to go. I'm not doing that. It's worked this far for me, so I'm not doing that. And even Dwayne Wade had to go leave.
Well,
and that's
again, I don't want to throw shade on Dwayne like that, but he ain't LeBron either. I'm sorry. I mean, I just hate to do that, but I'm sorry. He's not LeBron either. I'm sorry. So you can keep throwing up all these. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. Like at the end of the day, let's please give LeBron his props. props and stop hating, please.
Wow.
Please. I cannot take it no more. I just cannot.
So are you a deacon or usher at Church of LeBron?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above.
I respect. At least you said it out loud. I respect it because
all of the above.
Dwayne Wade, you saying bump him? Wade County?
Sorry, Dwayne. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Or what they say? Sorry, not sorry.
So how long have you been a LeBron fan? Didn't realize it?
Since this show.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Because there's just too much love coming out today for it just to be. Well, it's just because Jeff Thomas like, nah, other people said stuff about LeBron. You say you watch sports?
Before this show, the only thing I probably would say that came out like haterade for him was he whined too much. Now, I did say that. I'm like, oh my God, here he go whining again. Like when he be looking for foul calls and shit, he do that.
I'm shocked you saying that.
He do that.
Let me grab
but I'm trying to tell you though.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let me tell you something.
He gave a critique. Wow.
Because you know what? Before this show, that was my main critique about LeBron James. He cried too much. Outside of that, I ain't never hated on that man on no other level. But Jeff is such a hater, y'all. I had to become his advocate. Okay?
So you're the great Paul Heyman. You're an advocate like Brock Lesnar.
Advocate. I'm LeBron's advocate. Sorry.
The LeBron advocate.
I'm just saying.
The 4-time.
Somebody got to do it.
Reigning MVP.
Somebody got to do it. I'm just saying.
He's an advocate.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul Heyman. That's one of the greatest people in wrestling, man. Shout out to Paul Heyman. He was advocate.
I had to be his advocate.
Oh, I
okay?
agree. LeBron put on the payroll, homie.
LeBron, I had to be your advocate, bro.
Put her on the payroll, bro. Maverick, y'all ever come across it? Put on the payroll.
I'm just saying.
Because she's straight team LeBron. You got the colors on?
Nope.
Oh, you ain't got the red colors?
I got pink and white on.
Okay. No, he ain't got nothing pink and white. Well, no, Cavaliers got that white, so you got some of the colors on.
Yep, I got pink and white.
So, do you think he might wind up in Dallas for the summer over with, or?
I don't want him to. I mean, again, I don't even want him to stay with the Lakers. I just want LeBron to retire so that y'all can put respect on his name. Because y'all, woo.
He won't let nobody. That's his problem.
I just want him to retire. You didn't get enough, LeBron.
For whatever reason, he need to do it. Like, dude, if you be quiet, they will sing your praises for you. You ain't got to do it.
That part.
But something about him, like he made a statement, man, I became a GOAT when I came back and beat Golden State. You let them bro. You know your overall record, right? I mean, that's a hell of a feat. You came back 3-1. For real. Never been done in the finals, but come on, man.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
You're 4-6.
It's like at the same time.
You're 4-6.
Hold on, yeah.
At
the same time, you throw his flowers out, you spray it with bleach at the same time.
That's like me saying Isaiah Thomas is the greatest ever. Like, bro, I love you, but you won 2 titles for Detroit. Okay. You ain't got 11. Bill Russell got 11.
But Jeff, can I ask this question? How come that can't be a proud moment for him? Was Golden State not?
Yeah, just say you proud. You was able. Don't say that makes me the greatest of all time. Come on, man.
But Jeff, if you don't think that you're the greatest of all time, then what the fuck? Like, who else gonna think it? You got to believe it. I'm just saying.
Oh, I was gonna say the greatest man alive. So I get it, but bro, they did give you a hometown discount when kicking out Draymond. When you intentionally stood over that guy, provoking him because you knew he was a stupid hothead, like you say, and he took the bait like a fool.
That part.
And got kicked out, which helped you tremendously.
Whose fault is it?
That's like you doing something Ric Flair would do, and then say, "Man, I won that match fair and square." Like, bro, you hit him in the nuts. We're gonna overlook that you did that. Man, I ain't do nothing. I don't know why Draymond went crazy. You stood over that man and passed. Don't do that.
Who is responsible for us and our actions? Us, not no other person. Nah.
You don't play basketball. So, anybody play basketball, if a man stand over you, that is a great disrespect and disrespect.
Okay, it is.
And you ask them to keep walking.
And you know what Draymond should have did?
He
should have let the ref call a foul or tech.
Really?
They do.
On your boy? They're going to call a tech on LeBron. No, they're not. Stop that.
No. What I'm saying is, put it in the ref's hands. Why you getting?
And the ref would have gave Draymond Green a call when LeBron was instigating for him to do something. Really? That taking call tech on LeBron for taunting? Really?
So
Really?
because LeBron knew, just like I know how
that he run the league, I can get
how
away
stupid
with it.
Draymond reacts to everything.
And
now
I'm
it's LeBron
the face of the league. I can do that. I'm not touching you like Lilo and Stitch and get away with it. Because the ref ain't gonna call taunting on me.
I'm
looking at him like, I call the commission. How dare you do that? Yeah. And he right, because Silver like, don't you ever do that to LeBron. Whatever LeBron wants, LeBron kids.
Here we go.
You know.
Here we go.
Don't make that mistake again.
So now LeBron got to be responsible for other men's action. He can't think he the greatest of all time.
It's amazing. That's how you got all that out of that.
Like, come on. What else you got, Jeff? What else?
It's amazing you took all that accountability away. So you agree with Belichick? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. You agree with that statement then?
Wait, what happened?
You agree with Belichick's age-old statement? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. Because him standing over that man is a little cheaterish to get him to do something to get kicked out the game.
I mean,
if you're the greatest, I can just beat y'all straight up. It don't matter if you got Draymond out there.
But Jeff, don't players purposely try to lift off the ground, but don't lift off just so people can jump up and get called for a foul? Don't they do that on purpose?
That ain't the same.
It is the same.
No.
Shit. They provoking you to do exactly what they want you to do.
That's a regular foul call. They ain't standing over that man.
Here we go.
They ain't standing over that dude.
Here we go.
That is disrespectful and bad.
Did it? Hold on. Jeff, did he stand over him and piss on him? No. So at the end of the day, what difference did it make? Shit. He should have been able to be in control of himself, but we all know Draymond Green is not. Okay. So at the end of the day.
Have you ever seen men play basketball in real lifetime?
In real life, on hardware.
Have you ever seen someone stand over a man?
Maybe not in real life.
If you would have saw that, every reaction is then about to be a fight.
Okay.
Every reaction. Who are you trying to dominate, bro?
Okay, but again, who is responsible for your reaction? Who? You.
You are right.
Okay, there we go. And that's the end of the discussion.
No, two things to be true.
That's the end of the discussion. Now,
two things can be
if
true.
You that mad that this grown man stood over you, like you said, to be dominant, he should have stood up like we all know Draymond will do and say, so you're not going to call that? You just going to let this man stand over me? Tell me Draymond wouldn't do nothing like that. Come on.
Okay, so if a female put her hands in your face and talking shit, you're so calm, you're going like, whatever, man, get out my face.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell her bitch get the fuck out my face. And guess what? And when she don't, that's when I'm gonna hit that bitch. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'ma warn her. Get the fuck out my face.
You can tell on the video he was telling him to keep moving, and did LeBron walk away? Nah. Like he said, nah, I need that reaction. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna mean mug him too. And he got what he's looking for. He fell for like an idiot.
Well, Jeff making it like he prolonged his
Watch the video.
Now he act like he prolonged it.
Don't believe your lying eyes. Watch the video. He stood over him, and you can see him talking to him like you said, get out of my face. And he didn't quickly get out the way. He gingerly.
No.
Which is like, you really ain't the whole world, man, get off me, bro. The whole world watching this while you slowly, like you said, I'm trying to get you to come on in, do something. They're gonna suspend you.
No.
And he did. Like you said, he fell for a consent.
No. Well, we only responsible for ourselves.
Like I said, you're gonna pop off.
Again. At the end of the day, he should have let the refs handle it. He handled it like typical Draymond, so oh well. And then had the nerve to do it to the one guy. I can't remember what team that was on. But he did it to somebody too. So like, I mean, why are we even bringing that up? Look, Draymond didn't even did that. So I don't understand. If you feel that violated, why would you do that to somebody else? Can you answer that question?
You shouldn't do it.
Oh.
But there's a difference in an NBA game.
That's a difference.
And the NBA Finals.
Here we go.
NBA Finals, the whole world's watching.
It's always an exception. So
context.
So long
and the whole world is watching the NBA.
Of LeBron, I'm gonna continue to be his advocate because he always wants to make LeBron the exception. Somehow.
Oh my goodness. You act like the NBA Finals and a regular season game.
Here we go.
It's the same in viewage.
Here we go.
It's not. The whole world is watching the finals.
Here we go.
The whole world ain't watching that Friday night game.
Here we go. So it don't matter
It's
that you violated the motherfucker too. It's okay because it wasn't the finals. That's what you're saying?
No, you shouldn't do it, but more people are watching the finals. They're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So you feel more like a sucker.
No, okay.
I got to do something. That's like the Super Bowl. More people watch that than the regular season game.
And it wouldn't matter if it ain't good.
If it ain't
good for the Super Bowl, it ain't good for the season either. Nah.
Yeah, but that slap is different in the regular season or
really
Super Bowl.
It really isn't.
Different.
It really isn't.
The whole world talking about me on the field.
If you could do it over here, you can do it over there. If you ain't supposed to do it over there, you shouldn't be doing it over here either. And that's the bottom line. If you don't want nobody standing over you, then why the fuck are you standing over people? I mean, it's just that simple. That's how it go. Okay.
You know, so, you just said it.
I'm gonna just be LeBron's advocate. I can see that right now. So long as this show is in existence, I'm going to be a LeBron advocate. I have to. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to.
You order your jersey? I'm just curious.
You know what? I'm going to order me one too, though.
Because I've been waiting on it. I'm going
to order one.
Just don't get a jersey. Get anyone other team. Just don't get a Laker one.
Oh, you know what? I might do it just to spite you, Jeff. I might get a LeBron Lakers jersey.
I know where you live. I'm going to kick your grass. You better not pull up on damn Lakers LeBron jersey.
Because I can see right now, I have to be his advocate, Lord. That's a shame.
It's a shame that you just keep overlooking stuff, but I get it. You was a closet LeBron fan.
No.
I brought you to the light. I get it. You can't hide in private. No one watch it when no one's watching. Go LeBron, yay. You can say it on public.
Okay.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this show. Enjoy your holiday.
Yeah, happy holiday.
Hydrate. Drink.
Responsibly.
Drive responsibly. Mm-hmm. And we'll be back. So I'm pretty sure it might be some more news next week.
All right.
Till then, everybody.